Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Shout out to Marin and the Reef family. Oh, dropped my phone. I am such a good YouTuber, I promise. The biggest shocker for me, I think. But, what was I gonna say? Oh. I feel like an idiot when I say that. Okay. What am I saying? Okay. So, to answer your question, oh, it's just difficult. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anna. In today's video, I'm going to be answering your questions about Australia because I'm staying abroad here for a semester and I've been here for a little over a month. I have my phone here with the questions pulled up. I typed them up. Also, big news. So, Uni Games was today. It's like the Olympics, but for like university. And my team won, so I got a 2-kilogram chocolate bar. So you can imagine how big this is compared to my head and everything. So yeah, it's a golden bar chocolate. I feel like the winning ticket winner of Willy Wonka contest. Anyway, so there's that. To the questions. I put them in the order by which I received them, so I didn't put them in like categories or anything. So we're just gonna go right into the questions. So the first question is from Phil McGee. So he says, who is your favorite Aussie? That's a really hard question because I've met a lot of Aussies. I don't think I can answer that because I've met a ton of great people. Oh, duh. I would pick De Vilder. He's not really Australian. Anyway, I think he's my favorite because he's just like really cool. Like he always takes us to do stuff. Yeah, he's really cool. So the next question is from my Aunt Karen. How do you know when it's safe to approach a kangaroo? So, kangaroos are not really that aggressive. I've seen them in the wild and you can go right up to them and they won't hurt you, but it's not like, it's kind of like a deer. Like if you walk up to a deer, it's gonna like run away. How do you know when it's safe and what's the safest way to approach a kangaroo? Stay kind of far away, don't intimidate it. That's basically the rule. Marin asked, shout out to Marin, Roof, and Cassidy, my best friends in Kansas. Whoop whoop, the Roof family, love you guys. Mother Roof, Father Roof. She says, what's the weather like? Okay Google, what's the weather like right now?
It's 66 degrees and clear in Wynnum West.
The weather when I first got here was the end of summer, so it was just like I was going into my fall semester. So what it does is it'll cool down to like 60 degrees at night, and when you wake up in the morning it's kind of like that. So it feels really cold, but then it warms up during the day like it does in the States in the spring and stuff. Here in the mornings it used to be like really warm, like you would sweat on your walk at 7 a.m. When I've been out walking at 9 a.m. it feels like 4 p.m. sun, which is really hot. The sun is 7 times hotter here, and so that makes it 7 times more dangerous. Australians wear sunscreen, but because of the ozone layer here, the sun is stronger. So it gets really hot in the morning. It's hot all day once it gets hot in the morning. Anyway, so when I first got here, it was like high 90s, 80s, and then it just slowly went down. So right now it gets up to the middle 70s in the day, and it'll get cooler. Okay. Too much talk, I'm jabbering on. Let's go back to the questions. Madison Perkins, shout out to you girl. I miss you so much. I love you. Madison asked, what's the beach life like? There's just so much more to this experience, and I've been on like lots of trips with the program, but also like outside the program, and that's what I post a lot of pictures from, especially on the weekends. I only usually show the fun stuff. Beach life is great. The beaches are a lot different than in the States. The sand is different, which duh, it's common sense, but I've been to like California and Florida and like several different coastlines, and I've never seen such huge waves. Like you don't realize, it's not that they're like just taller, it's just that they're wider. Like they just come at you and they're just big. The beach life is great. It takes an hour to get to like the nearest beach. Like there's a bay I can go to that's like 15 minutes away. It's just so complicated, and so I take every opportunity that I can to go to the beach, and then I'll post a ton about it because I love the beach. The beach is like my favorite place to go. So the beach life is great. There is this place called South Bank in downtown Brisbane that they put in, and it's basically like a big pool and then a big beach area, and the beach area has like real sand in it, and it's along the river, and I've posted tons of pictures of it. You've probably seen it. You can like lay out in the sand, and there's like all these palm trees, and it goes deeper into like an actual pool, and then there's like another separate pool from the sandy part. So that's really cool, and it's just a great environment and atmosphere that like is just so fun to be in, especially with friends. It's in the city though, so I don't go that often, and I don't think I'm going to be swimming there again because it's getting so cool. Another thing that surprised me about Australia is the fact that they don't close things like we do. which obviously, duh, that makes sense. But like, it just hit me the first time and I was like, what? Like, the water parks stay open year round. Like, could you imagine if water parks stayed open year round in like Minnesota? Like, oh my gosh. I'm not from Minnesota, I'm just saying. But it's just like crazy to me. And then like South Bank that I was just talking about stays open year round. And I'm like, I don't think I would want to swim in it when it's so cold. Anyway, so the beach life is great. That was too long. Madison also asked, what is totally different about the culture there? The biggest difference I see in the culture here is the influences that Australia has. So Australia has a ton of Asian influence because of how close it is. It's relative, like it's closer to Asian countries just because where it is in the world. It makes sense, but like you don't realize it until you like go to another country. You guys don't have salsa here, and you don't eat burritos and tacos as much as we do. Like you guys don't have Taco Tuesday. You guys have like Sushi Train and Vietnamese and Thai and Pad Thai and all the things. There's so much Asian influence. So Carissa, shout out to Carissa. Congratulations on graduating. I am so proud of you. I love you. Congratulations to Anna and Jared on their wedding and marriage. I wish I could be there so much. Okay, anyway, so Carissa asked me, when will you mail me a koala or a kangaroo?
Let me just tell you something. Koalas are 20 pounds, I think. Okay, don't quote me on that, but they're like a lot. They're really heavy. And kangaroos are 200 pounds. So you think I'm going to put a freaking kangaroo in the freaking mail when I have to pay extra for my suitcase that's over 50 pounds?
I have bought a ton of souvenirs for people. I have sent out my first round of postcards, so you should be getting that soon. She also asked, what's the best food you've had there so far? So I had to really think about this before I answered this question. I really don't like grilled cheese in the States. Like, my mom will make it and I won't eat it. But here, I love grilled cheese. I love ham, tomato, cheese sandwiches, and they're called toasties, and they're so good. Anyway, so the best food I've had here, I have to say, is cheese.
And I love the cheese. Like, I love cheese in the States, but I love cheese even more here. Like, I could not go vegan here. Like, it's so good. Like, it's so much better here. And I think it's because of the cows and other factors, but yeah, it's so much creamier and it has a lot of flavor. So it's really good. I'd have to say that. That's such a weird answer because you would think I'd say like some kind of meal, but no, it's cheese. Like, I will eat toasties all day, every day of the week.
So I have a few questions from Jill. So shout out to Jill and Abby. I miss you, Abby. She says, have you seen a koala bear or a kangaroo or got to pet one? Koalas like live in the wild here, kind of like squirrels. So there's no squirrels here, but you can look up in a tree and you can see a koala. But I haven't seen a koala in my neighborhood. Typically you have to go to a specific place, like Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary has tons of koalas. Kangaroos are out in the wild, and there's signs up that say like don't hit the koalas, don't hit the or watch out for koalas, watch out for kangaroos. But they don't, I haven't seen one like cross the street, kind of like a deer would do in the States. Yes, I've seen koalas, I've seen kangaroos, I've seen both of them in the wild. You don't get near them in the wild, you just sit there and take pictures. Koalas climb really high in the tree, and they eat eucalyptus leaves, so eucalyptus leaves actually makes them high.
Koalas are high most of the time. They're on drugs. Yep, because they sit there and eat eucalyptus, and that's why their eyes are like half open.
I got to pet a koala at the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary, like I said, but there's also different places that you can go where you can like hold a koala and pet it. You could hold a koala there, but it's like $16, so I didn't want to pay that.
They had a separate place in that same Lone Pine Sanctuary where you could go in and it's like a pen of like kangaroos like just chilling, like taking naps and like hopping around. I'll insert a picture and talk about it. But I like literally laid down next to a kangaroo and he's just like chilling. Like I'm like, you are my spirit animal. I am going to chill with you forever. You can buy food there, and so you can like have food with you, and they'll like jump up like a dog, and it's so cute.
Have you had shrimp on the Barbie yet? I'm not a seafood person, so I haven't like purposely tried this. My host mom will make a dinner and I just eat whatever the family's eating. So we haven't made like shrimp on the Barbie per se, but we've had a ton of stuff on the Barbie. It's cool. Was the Great Barrier Reef as beautiful as I think it is? The reef is really pretty when you're looking at it with your own eyes. It's very beautiful. You have your scuba goggles on, you're underwater, and you're looking at it. You'll take a picture of this bright coral, and then it'll turn out this dull brown. Have you seen Hugh Jackman? Did you talk to him? I have not seen Hugh Jackman. Isn't Hugh Jackman the guy that played Wolverine? I think he's Wolverine, and I saw Logan, the movie that just came out, but I haven't seen Hugh Jackman in person. No, I haven't. Did you go to Eris Rock. So I don't know how to pronounce it. And she said, was it awesome? I don't know how to pronounce it specifically. It's a huge rock that is in the Outback. No, I have not been able to go to that. I won't be able to go to it, I don't think. Yeah, I definitely won't be able to because I'm only going to be in Brisbane, went to Cairns, and then Sydney at the end. So all on the East Coast. The rock is kind of like in the middle of Australia.
Americans might think that Australia is a small continent because it's an island, but it's actually not. It's like as big as the United States, the continental United States. So going to that rock, which you can't fly to, and there's no airport out there. Like there's an airport in Cairns, there's an airport in Sydney, in Canberra. That's the capital. You can't fly there, so I'd have to drive there, and the drive there is like driving from the East Coast to like Kansas. And you know how long that takes. Like that takes a long time. I think it's even longer than that probably because there's not like a straight road that goes across the continent. Like you have to like go out there. I haven't been to the Outback yet, but I'm going on an Outback trip next weekend.
So this might be posted after I go, but I'm going May 4th through 7th. It's considered the Outback, but we're not going to like straight middle of Australia and just, you know, but that's the only time I'll go to the Outback. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. See ya. Thanks for watching. Bye.